Alright, everybody. We are going to talk about the Wrath of Tiger Claw from Ninja Turtles. So, we see the return, as I said, the return of Tiger Claw. So, he's out for revenge. Somehow, he made it through the Earth form. We get this backstory where he literally climbs out of the worm, and we see a little cameo from the 80s Turtles, and he's just fighting alien after alien. And somehow he just made it back, but he lost an eye. So it seems like they have this thing where they love chopping Tiger Clem's limbs off, like his tail when we first see him, and now his eye, and then later in season 4 he loses his hand. Spoiler. And so he's forced to team up with Karai, who's now suspicious of Shredder's true intentions towards her. She wants to learn the truth if the Turtles and Splinter are really telling the truth, that she is the daughter of Splinter. And so now they're ready to track down the Turtles and just take them down and find out where they live. But meanwhile, the Turtles are just hanging out at Mr. Miyakami's. They're eating pizza rolls there, and they're just having a good time. And then they decide to leave, and it wasn't until Karai and Tiger Claw go to Mr. Miyakami after Karai tells them that they know who their allies are and where they hang out. And so they interrogate Mr. Miyakami. I feel so bad for him because he's such a sweet man that he doesn't deserve to get beat up over information. And so the Turtles do go back to the shop because Mikey forgot more pizza rolls. And so they find him and they're like, "What happened?" And so he doesn't know exactly, but they can tell it's Tiger Claw because of the claw marks. And so later Karai and Tiger Claw decide to track down April and Casey. They do, and they attack them. Well, Tiger Claw attacks Casey, but Karai she just says that she wants to talk. Like, I like that. They think they're gonna fight at first, but then Karai's just like, you know what, I just want to talk. And so she's finally having the urge to say, like, hey, I believe you guys. And that's what happens. They go on the rooftop, and so they tell each other that they agreed to take her back to the lair, except for Raph. And it's honestly very good to see Karai on their side for once. Like, Karai was always meant to be an ally, and she does later in the show. So it's nice that she's later learning that Shredder's not a good person. And so the Turtles do go back to the lair. Raph freaks out, and Splinter's very pleased to see Karai. And he shows her a photo of when Splinter was human and with Tang Sheng. And it's the same photo Karai had, but it was chopped in half. Because Shredder probably doesn't want her to know the truth. And then Karai is like freaking out. It's like, oh my god, you guys are actually telling the truth. And it's very strange seeing one of the Foot Clan members in the Turtles' lair. Because, like, you never thought we'd see that. But Karai has a trick up her sleeve. She for some reason, does betray the Turtles in a way. Like, she placed a tracker for Tiger Claw. And so that's where he's going to find the Turtles. And he does find the sewer. And so, in a desperate attempt, Karai and the Turtles head to the sewers, and they don't want Tiger Claw to find the lair. So Mikey takes them to this, what looks like an abandoned, like food room. And so they even find this blade thing, like that can cut cheese or other foods, and that thing looked terrifying. Cause like, what if they accidentally got hit on that? And so Tiger Claw does come out, and the Turtles have a big fight, and they do hide at first, but Tiger Claw is no match. He does take one of the Turtles' weapons, and they all have a big fight. Mikey gets beaten pretty badly in this moment, and Karai has a few techniques. She does manage to fight Tiger Claw for a bit after she decides to betray Tiger Claw, and so the Turtles then are like, they try to rescue her, but Tiger Claw threatens to throw her in the blades. And so he kidnaps Karai and then flies off. And then the Turtles decide to take Mikey home after he's beaten. So the episode ends with Karai screaming, going, Splinter's my real father? And then Shredder is like very silent at first. And then he confesses that, yes, Karai is the daughter of Splinter. And so, I honestly wonder what was going to happen at that moment. And so, Karai is then taken down to the dungeon, what it looks like, and locked away. And it ends with her screaming, "No!" And that's the episode, The Wrath of Tiger Claw. This episode is really well done. Like, we're finally seeing the pieces come together between Shredder versus the Turtles and the Karai and Splinter storyline, father-daughter. That's what I really liked about this episode. I don't think I had any problems with this episode. It was just a really well-paced episode. Even though we took a back seat for these past few episodes, I would say this is definitely one of the best episodes of the show. For sure. If I had to put it like on a top 10 list, it would be probably on honorable mentions. So, that's The Wrath of Tiger Claw. I don't know what the next episode is. I think it's, the Kuo Bajubo, whatever it's called. It's a name for Shredder's helmet. It's the Shredder's helmet episode. I can't wait to talk about that episode. So anyway, thanks for watching, and Turtle Power.